What's up, y'all? SLRBK. Um, Games. This might be a short live stream. Straight to the point too, actually. Opinion based. So, predominantly, the future. Maybe 2025 or 2030 or into 2035. This is pertaining specifically to that behalf, opinion based, about the future of physical media between Nintendo, Sony PlayStation, and any other consoles that who knows will come out in the next half or whole decade from now. Aside from like the Evercade. What will happen in the future dealing with video games, physical media? If there is a day that comes that the major brand businesses such as Nintendo, Sega, Xbox, Nintendo, I said Nintendo, Sony, PlayStation, and whatnot decides to end physical media, um, independent people can still, if granted permission, can still produce physical media objects as well as it could be a possibility in the next decade, maybe, that they could permit people for the productions of homebrew games for the older consoles like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, for all those consoles. We might have, I think, and I feel that it's already been happening, that we're having a community growing dealing with homebrewing games. So to my opinion, don't think physical media will go away for maybe another 15, 20 years, maybe a little longer than that, because there's enough blank CDs produced right now and enough machines accessible to print this data onto to be playable and it's like maybe the cheapest of price you could do right now compared to like 20, 30 years ago. It might be like the most cheapest era right now we're in, is the era that where people are trying to leave from. So opinion based, and then good, and I have hopes for that they will continue to do that in the PC community. And when it comes to the regular home consoles, that might be more of an independent demakes or like homebrewing. So I don't think we're gonna I don't think physical media is going away for another decade to 20 years. Even in the next couple of years, if the major companies stop, that doesn't stop from the material still being around for like the next 10 to 15 years, as in 20 years. As in the new Nintendo that just came out, that's about to come out eventually too, if I'm right, is gonna take cartridges again. So if that's factual, then that's another 7, maybe 10 years, right there, saying to continue production of cartridges. And if that is to be, then that could expand even longer of what I'm saying. That could be, instead of 20 years, that could be 30 years from now. So, there was a lot of speculations, you know, maybe 7 to 8 months, a year ago, or whatever, talking about, is physical media disappearing? What's going on with the stores, this, that, and whatnot? Um, I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe there's an issue with shipping or something that's a little bit of a conflict that people are like backing out for the moment, but we're still gonna get physical media. And like I said, whenever that officially ends from like the major companies, you'll still get productions from smaller people because it's already happening right now, which is amazing to me to see. Even people like Limited Run, you know, they're doing business with big time people. So that's one prime example. They haven't existed for that many years. They're a major example. But if I was to really suggest for anybody who like physical video games and you want to keep physical video games alive, what would be the best advice I would give to anybody who sees this video? You should like, and it's really a sad thing. To be honest with you, I need to collect. I need to support the PC community way more. If you want home console video games, they first start on the computer. So if you do not genuinely help, which you're getting first dibs to play those games anyway, that you're gonna be waiting forever and ever if it comes out. Support the PC computer community, y'all, because that's what creates more cool things for y'all to play on home consoles later on. Or a majority of all the games majority of every game you ever played was built on a computer. A lot of modern day games in certain categories are originally coming out first on the computer. They're coming out on Steam. This ever existed beyond a decade now about the digital market. The digital marketplace and oh, I know what that is. Okay. The digital marketplace, and people have flourished for a good couple of years now doing that. I'm not going to say no names about any other platforms, but what I will say is that there's a couple people trying to compete with each other about maybe being like the number one, I guess, video game collecting search engine. What if I told you all four of them is going to be missing? Any one of them is still missing like the PC computer world. They're all limited. Price trying to be made a mistake, to my opinion, by taking away some of the things that used to be a part of their search engine. When you create these apps, and there's a really good side to maybe something that you create on that app, they did this on SoundCloud too, and then they take it away, and then you gotta pay for that. I don't even need these apps, y'all. How about that? How are you gonna compete with the actual app, eBay or Amazon? That's the main app that shows you the sell history. How are you competing with that, y'all? You can't. None of those apps could compete with that. In 4 years of collecting, if I wanted to get the amount of shmups I'm about to have in possession right now, 4 years of collecting, if I would have really been trying to get that for the for home consoles, that would have been thousands of dollars in games. That's one. And it would take me forever to probably even get those. That it is blowing my brain out of the world. There's just tons and tons of video games for the PC. Tons of games. PS1 era, PS2 era, PS3 era, you want PS4 era. Tons of games. So it's all opinion based. It's all opinion based. And have a good day. We out of here. Skedaddle.